Welcome back to Chasing the Target. KKR have won the game by 81 runs. They defeated the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Who would have thought? We all had KKR at the bottom of the table. What a performance. First of all, we got a big up Mr. Shardul Thakur. A brilliant all-round display with the bat when the team was in a tough position, 5-6 down. They needed some runs, and the way he batted, man, unbelievable batting. If you see his score, 16 of 29, strike rate of 234, 3 sixes, 9 fours, incredible batting. We are getting an all-rounder, hopefully, in India, but what a performance. This is exactly what we wanted, not only from Shardul Thakur, but like from KKR. It makes this tournament more interesting. Everybody thought KKR would finish bottom of the table. It could still happen, but Eden Gardens is a fortress. What an atmosphere today. Shah Rukh Khan was in the stands, and they absolutely annihilated RCB. RCB, after coming from a convincing win, were just outplayed, man, in all three departments, bat, ball, field. Like especially the way they started, I think RCB was really good. Willie picking up a couple of wickets. Their Karan Sharma picking up a couple of wickets. Under Russell gone, it felt like, KKR would only get to 120, 130, but Shardul Thakur stood up. Him and Rinku Singh, this is what KKR needed. They needed some individual brilliance. They needed someone to stand out, and that's what happened today, man. Excellent display from the Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens, and they registered their first points on the board. If you see the first innings, Ramanullah Gurbaz started well. I think, he was finding the boundaries. Yes, there was a few dot balls here and there, but even though wickets were falling at the other end, he made sure the score was sticking, and it was some really good shots. He was playing some aggressive cricket, some finesse touches as well from Ramanullah to find the boundary. Magar उसके साथ साथ अगर आप देखें, वेंकटेश अय्यर फेलिंग, मनदीप सिंह नहीं मालूम उसका क्या होने वाला है. He also failed. Nitish Rana, the captain, failed. Andre Russell failed. Everybody getting out. Narayan also getting out on a duck. But yeah, everybody was failing. But Shardul Thakur, man, to the rescue. What a performance, man. Hopefully an all-rounder in the making. Is just one game, but this is what we wanted as Indian fans. We needed to see Indian medium pacer batting as well, and incredible, man. A very good feeling. The way he batted, no fear at all, finding the boundaries, used his power as well, found the gaps. It was a brilliant counter-attacking display. It took me by surprise. I had Andre Russell as my captain, but should have put it on Shardul Thakur, man. He was just outstanding. जो भी बोलो उसके बारे में बहुत कम है. And Rinku Singh बहुत अच्छा साथ दिया. उन्हें भी 46 of 33 hit 3 sixes and a couple of boundaries. So overall, a very good win for the Kolkata Knight Riders. It brings them back. It's a huge margin of victory, right? So it lifts their run rate as well, and brings them back into the tournament. They're contending again, man. Everyone had written them off, but Eden Gardens is a special place to play cricket, and the home crowd was behind them. Yes, Virat Kohli was in town, but so was Shah Rukh Khan. That's exactly what happened today. King Khan was there in the stands supporting the team, and in the end, it was enough for them to cross the line. And they're flying right now. I think because we all thought Kolkata शायद last खत्म करेंगे, but भाई आगे उन लोग गेम में. फिर bowling देखो भाई, bowling outstanding, man. The spin twins spinning a web around RCB. Varun Chakravarti 3.4 overs, 15 runs, 4 wickets. Sunil Narayan 4 overs, 16 runs, 2 wickets. Suyash Sharma, man, he impressed me today. 4 overs, 30 runs, 3 wickets. That guy was also picking up wickets. So overall, incredible display. KKR shown they have the spinners. And as the tournament progresses, this team can be lethal because they've shown they have the spinners. They can trap batsmen. They can make life difficult. Despite their due around and despite a good, decent batting wicket, I think the way they bowled was just phenomenal. That matchup we talked about, Narayan versus the opening batters, Narayan Chakravarti, both, I think, brilliant captaincy from Nitish Rana. I have to give him credit. Everyone is talking about Nitish Rana, and this guy today, he came out, he handled his bowlers well. I have to give him credit because if they lose, we're going to blame him, right? As a young captain, like not experienced at all in terms of captaincy in in the IPL. What he showed today was outstanding. That strategy to bring Narayan in the power play, unbelievable. We were talking about it just before the game, and they executed to perfection. Heartbroken, sir. Wasn't expecting this. Vinesh bhai, thank you so for joining. I know you're an RCB fan. It is tough, but I felt there was always going to be room for an RCB collapse because I'm thinking the injuries that they have, they're very reliant on their top order, and also death bowling is an issue, man. Again, we saw it today. Last time it was Tilak Verma, but they couldn't cross 200. Here they crossed 200. Shardul Thakur came and smashed it. Death bowling is the issue. After such a good start with the opening spell, Siraj was decent. Willie was outstanding. Karan Sharma was decent as well in the beginning. फिर उसके बाद they just let it slip the game. So and then their batting as well. जब top order नहीं चलती कौन आके मारेंगे runs middle order में, ये भी सवाल है RCB के लिए. There are cracks which were covered in that game against Mumbai. We didn't see that, but today they were fully exposed. And this is the problem with RCB. They don't have certain areas they're completely lost. They're completely lost. Whether it's the death bowling, whether it's the middle order batting, it's very difficult. Gajuba in the house. Thank you for joining, Lord Shardul. Indeed, man, what a freaking performance! All rounder in the making. Outstanding the way he batted, man. And जो position से उन्हें लेके गया, ठीक है उन्हें मारा 50, strike rate भी ठीक है, सब ठीक है, मगर आप situation देखो, that's a proper counter attack that you want to see in the IPL. Hats off to him, man. And he's putting his name in that Indian team as well, because if you can bat and bowl medium pace, he picked up a wicket as well, Shardul Thakur. So what a night for him. He's my man of the match. He's your man of the match. I'm sure he's the IPL's man of the match. He's Shah Rukh Khan's man of the match. It was incredible from Shardul Thakur, man. I did not expect it at all. मगर जबरदस्त performance थी, क्या प्रदर्शन था शार्दुल ठाकुर का, unbelievable at the Eden Gardens. Crowd was behind him. Love to see the atmosphere at the Garden today. Everyone was there. King Khan was there as well. Man, they started the game with the Pathan song and they finished off with that Varun Chakravarti catch. That was a really good catch, by the way. तो हाँ, अब मजा आ रहा है आईपीएल में. बिल्कुल देखो, कल का मैच बहुत जबरदस्त था. आज का वन साइडेड था, लेकिन सोच रहे थे कि आरसीबी जीतेंगी, बिकॉज अगर आप दोनों गेम्स देखें, पहले मैचेस केकेआर और आरसीबी की, वन साइडेड केकेआर हारी, और नॉट वन साइडेड मगर हार गई थी. दे लुक डिप्लीटेड एंड आरसीबी लुक्ड वेरी स्ट्रांग, मगर आरसीबी हैड cracks that weren't covered today, and KKR properly exposed them. So congratulations to that KKR team. They're back in the mix right now. Still, I think where can they improve? If you don't want to be too excited, they have to improve their top order, man. Venkatesh Iyer failing like that. Mandeep Singh, they got to do something with him. I think they have to replace him. 2 back-to-back failures. He's a experienced player. He's played in the IPL before. ये performance नहीं वो होगा. Nitesh Rana also step up as captain. He did really well in the field, but with the bat, they need runs from him. You can't always expect individual brilliance. So for them to be consistent and try to make the playoffs, they need their top order to perform. And that's one thing that I'm going to look at from KKR's point of view. I'm still thinking, how on earth RCB can have Anuj Rawat? Please don't give him in place of Suyesh or Prabhadasai. Is best even. Lamrod is better. And Bhakta was go with Avinash. I know he's young. Yeah, man, I think they might have to try Avinash. But still, death bowling is a concern. Opening bowling is not a problem. Death bowling is a concern from RCB. We saw that today. Middle order will still be suspect. Even if you get other batters in, they'll still be suspect because of the injuries they have. They're really missing Rachit Patidar too. So that's also something to note down कि भाई इनके पास थोड़े options है कम. And joining me is my co-host very shortly. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. This is what we expected. Exactly what I expected. What Mustafa expected. अगर आप लोग preview नहीं देखा, आप please जाके देखो. I mean, I never wanted to count out KKR for any good reason, and today they really proved that with such a low depth also you can win. With unexpected performances, they needed these kind of surprise packages from Shardul. They needed it from Narayan. They needed Varun Chakravarti. They needed Gurbaz. All of these guys to step up. And भाई जिस तरीके से RCB खेले, they really threw away a lot of runs in those middle overs. Akash Rawat, if I'm not wrong, that's his name?
Anuj.
Or is it Anuj Rawat? Yeah, उन्हें बहुत ज़्यादा. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Akashdeep was the one who gave 2 overs 30 runs, and then Bracewell was expensive. तो हर्षल पटेल अगेन मतलब अपन बात कर रहे थे, देखो he's gonna get picked out. ये बंदे की bowling फिर pick out हुई, फिर पिटा. But Kolkata, man, definitely hats off to them the way they performed. They did not keep anything in their mind. They just played as the day came, and they deserve to win today. Varun Chakravarti and Narayan spinned webs around those guys. बहुत जबरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस है यार KKR का.
And you know the worrying thing is अगर आंड्रे रसल मारा तो हम लोग बोल सकते हैं भाई इन्हें जबरदस्त है. शार्दुल ठाकुर मारा, nothing taking away from him, but that is going to really dent RCB's confidence. They had the game in the bag, they got the top players out, and KKR were under pressure. Yes, Gurbaz gave them a very good start, and we can't ignore his contribution. At least it took them to that 100-run score, and then Shardul capitalized from there. But still, when Shardul came into bat, बहुत मुश्किल situation था KKR के
रसल भी
लिए.
चले गया था एक बॉल
Yeah.
में, तो रसल भी चले गया था. देन शार्दुल जिस तरीके से ही स्टार्टेड ऑफ, ओनली ही वाज लाइक ऑन स्ट्राइक रेट ऑफ 200 इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ हिज इनिंग्स. बट भाई फिर जिंकू पिया भी जो आके खेले भाई. रिंकू वाज सम फिनोमिनल. आई थिंक रिंकू वेंट अंडर द radar. I mean, I remember only one of his performances that he had for KKR up till now, but this is going to be definitely one more I'm going to remember. But let's just go back to Shardul, man. The shots, the tenacity, आप जो भी बोलो भाई, उन्हें अलग ही प्लेयर दिख रहा था. He looked like a proper T20 specialist today.
Yeah, man, proper. And this is what we need in Indian team. I don't know if we can replicate that, but it's a positive for us overall as Indian fans ki bhai Shardul Thakur, bat और ball के साथ perform कर, और bat इतनी तगड़ी performance. I saw once one of his best batting performances was at the Gabba, but this is something sensational as well, man. Especially the strike rate which he played at. Fearless cricket, proper counter-attacking batting from Shardul Thakur. मैं थोड़े comments ले लेता हूँ. RCB की कमजोरी हमेशा से डेथ बॉलिंग रही है, और फिर से एक्सपोज हो गया. इसलिए हम लोग रखे भी नहीं उन लोगों को प्लेऑफ्स में इस वजह से, और अब थोड़ा जल्दी एक्सपोज हुआ. कभी कभी प्लेऑफ्स में एक्सपोज होता, अब फिर से एक्सपोज हो गया. रियली डिसअपॉइंटेड विद आरसीबी टुनाइट, बैटिंग टुनाइट, मिसिंग द लाइन एंड गेटिंग क्लीन बोल्ड one by one. They needed someone like a Tilak Verma at number 3 anchor the innings. And first, if you see, even in that Tilak Verma match, usme bhi they almost led Mumbai into the game with that Tilak Verma innings. Here with the Shardul Thakur innings. But talking about the batting, we said, bro, bring Narayan in the power play, and him and Chakravarti. Nitish Rana also brought in Chakravarti, so that's really good captaincy, man. हम लोग because we always criticize the captain when they don't do well, so we have to give him some credit, man. The way he handled his bowlers, जो ने change करा भाई, according to the opposition, according to their team, because RC were flying 44-0. What did you tell me when I walked in? You said भाई इन लोग मार दे रहे हैं क्या far for विराट कोहली, मगर उन लोग जो वापस लेके आया 4th या 5th ओवर पावर प्ले में नारायण को लेके आया, चक्रवर्ती को ले आया, दोनों बड़े बड़े big fish wickets लेके गए, and the collapse started from there.
Yeah. I mean, some people, I think it was someone who said that, RCB were, KKR are making it look very difficult to bat, and, in the initial stages of the match, and the way RCB were playing, it looked like, अरे भाई ना लाइट लेके चेंज कर लेंगे. लेकिन जो चेंज उन्हें करा, डेफिनेटली वरुण चक्रवर्ती नारायण को लेके आके, they were missing the line of the ball as well. Like Virat Kohli, I wouldn't expect him to get out something like how he did, right? He was just went across the line and he just went to smash it, thinking a light hai aur maar sakte. But mystery spinner iskuch bolte, I think you cannot pick out the line, you can't pick out anything. And yeah, definitely Varun has been looking amazing from the first match, and today also he's proved it again. And same here, KKR ke liye extra खुशी हो रही because they don't have that much depth and they don't have much to play with. अभी इसमें जेसन रॉय भी आने का है. I mean, it's looking more exciting now for KKR from what we started out with the analysis. लेकिन शायद last time I don't think you can underestimate KKR right now.
I underestimated KKR bowling. I underestimated KKR as a team.
Everyone did.
But the thing is, with the bowling wise, we always knew the spinners are there. People were saying, Narayan's finished, Russell's finished. Look, Russell didn't have a good game today, but Narayan, man, he's shown, bro, today why they stuck to him. He's world class, bro. He's been doing it every year, and he keeps getting questioned. He is outstanding, and he got a top class wicket of Virat Kohli. And even the Chakravarti ball, what you said, mystery spinner. That's why ek andar aata, ek bahar aata. You don't need a left arm spinner against Virat Kohli. You get this kind of bowler, it's going to be a challenge for him, it's going to be a challenge for Faf. That's exactly what happened, and the timing of the change was perfect, the line and length was perfect, everything was perfect, and jo game wahan se badla bhai, it came into KKR's favor. At first, tell me a word about the Eden Gardens, man. I told you, for you like CSK, but for me it's always been Eden Gardens, man. I love that ground, and the credit to them, they don't have a team, they don't have like star players. The folks, Andre Russell and Ryan, for a lot of people are finished, but they packed their team. It was a full ground, and what a crazy atmosphere.
Yeah, atmosphere was lit up when Pathan Sahab also came into the ground, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
SRK was there. Everyone talks about King Kohli, magar Badshah aake dikha diya apna jalwa.
Badshah ke sath, I think, like you said, they don't have they don't have a Rohit Sharma. But like they had to shout names like Rinku and Shradul. I mean, that must be a little difficult for them to hazam karna when you don't have any star players. But
they are passionate, man.
Inko and Shradul, man. That partnership I can't forget right now. The
Yeah.
qualities of shot, the timings, the way they made it into a 200, which looked like a 150. 114 for 5 or something when Dheeraj got out, and then uske baad jo they took control of the situation. जो हर्षल पटेल को मारे, जो आकाशदीप को मारे, एक एक को पकड़ पकड़ के दोनों मारे, and yeah, I think it's just shocking to see. Shabaz Ahmed didn't get to bowl after 1 over, which I didn't understand. And I mean overall again Siraj with the extras 3 wide डाल दिया उन्हें, फिर giving away extras in the first over में 5 runs दे दिया. I think no
हाँ.
ball भी he gave a no ball as well. So yeah, 2 no ball from Akash Deep in that over. I mean पूरा messed up हो गया, and like RCB are right now exposing themselves more than what we are used to, and they're very much more dependent on Faf du Plessis and Virat Kohli at this point again.
Yeah, and you mentioned they were like 86 for 5. So it was a fantastic comeback. Gajubhai Singh Topley ruled out from IPL.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
that
rolled
was the
out.
news
Yeah,
today. I think Sanjay Bangar himself said that during
and during the
the
press point,
interview.
yeah. The
Yeah,
funny thing
he
was
said,
when they put on Sanjay Bangar, they got smashed back to back 2-4, and his face was like a little bit weird when he came on. Also, Mumbai Indians have signed a new bowler, Riley Meredith, from the Hobart Hurricanes में था इन्हें BBL के दौरान. So Mumbai are
IPL में भी था.
working on, yeah, IPL में भी I think Punjab के लिए था.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Punjab Kings.
And I think he's coming back to Mumbai is trying to work on their problems at this
Fast
point of time.
bowling, yeah. I mean, that
Yeah.
could be a decent signing. You never know. Meredith has some pace. But yeah, just speaking of this game as well, I think there's two turning points. One was Shardul Thakur's innings, and the other one was the spinners in the power play. And yeah, I think hats off to KKR. They were outstanding, and it's opened up the IPL right now. अब कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई, कोई भी जीत सकते, कोई भी हार सकते. आज KKR साबित कर दी. And like the home and away system, it's shown that it's not easy to go and win away from home. Also, the toss thing, I was wrong. Like right now, like batting first bhi jeet rahe, bowling first bhi jeet rahe. Sometimes you can say batting first is also helping
Yeah.
the teams because there was going to be dew at the Eden Gardens. It's always there and everything, but despite that, comfortable victory over that. Despite the start the RCB got in the power play, it was a brilliant comeback. The way the control the spinner showed, and that's also smart thinking. Not only did he play the matchup against Virat Kohli and Faf, he knew that they will struggle against spinners, but also he played that ki bhai shayad dew aayega baad mein, so let me bowl my spinners now, let them grip the ball and try to make
Yeah.
some magic. And Varun Chakravarti, extremely underrated. Problem with him is that he's not fit. He gets injured. When he is fit, this guy is underrated, man. He bowls
Hmm.
really well. He has the guts. He's a good fielder of his own bowling as well. Maintains a good line length. जो अंदर through the gate निकाला फाफ को आज, it was a special
Yeah.
delivery.
100% I agree with that, and I think it was smart captaincy also to understand कि ड्यू आने वाला है, उससे पहले जितना ग्रिपिंग है उसमें से जितना अपन एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते प्रॉफिट उधर से निकाल ले भाई. उसके बाद ग्रिपिंग के बेसिस पे कैसा जाएगा गेम, यू कांट रियली एंटिसिपेट दैट. तो आई थिंक दैट वाज अ वेरी स्मार्ट मूव. Were you surprised? No RCB spinners full total of their over. It was a spin wicket.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 100% spin wicket, but I was surprised. It was turning, man. Bracewell turned it from ball one. So, yeah, I was surprised they didn't finish the quota. And Shabaz Ahmed is always under bowled, man. Punter will tell you, he always tells me that इसको क्यों नहीं दलाते 4 over, and especially अगर 6 run खा रहा है 1 over में, उसको एक और over तो बनता. He definitely deserves another over. So, again, like captaincy wise, they have to think. And death bowling is a massive issue, man, with this team. It's a
Yeah.
massive issue. It's always been an issue. It's recurring season after season. For RCB fans, I feel bad, man. It's the same problems. It's not
I
like
mean-
कि भाई कुछ नया आ गया या वो हो गया. आप कैसा नहीं फिनिश कर रहे भाई, 5-6 डाउन कर दिया आप, 89 for 5 है और 200 मार दिया. ऐसा नहीं है कि 60-70 तक गए, 200 मार दिया भाई.
मेरे लिए सिराज का भी अगर आप टेम्परामेंट देखें, ही लुक्स वेरी स्केर्ड नाउ दैट इज बॉलिंग विद ऑन एन आरसीबी शर्ट. अगर वही सिराज को आप इंडिया के शर्ट में डाल दो, ही लुक्स मच मोर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड इन कंट्रोल ऑफ हिज लाइन एंड लेंथ. बट इन आरसीबी जर्सी आई थिंक इट्स लाइक जिंक्स्ड और समथिंग कि उन्हें बहुत ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा दे दे रहा, बहुत ज्यादा पिट जा रहा. फर्स्ट मैच में भी उन्हें थोड़ा बहुत पिटा, आज भी 44 कुछ दिया उन्हें. Siraj will not look the same number one ODI bowler that he is in an Indian shirt. I think maybe I'm being too critical at this point of time, but that's what I just felt. Harshal Patel to look scared. He looks like people know what he's going to do, so he has nothing, no plan B in Harshal Patel's book right now. I think ideally आप Karan Sharma को दे सकते थे. He was on a hat trick. David Willey for me was the star for RCB with the ball, and in the bat also he contributed a few runs towards the end. David Willey, how fantastic was his spell, man?
Yeah, it was really good, man. I mean, with the power play and new ball, he was outstanding, and that's why I feel bad, man. Like when you give starts like that and the match ends like this, David Willie actually bowled really well to come as a replacement for Top Lee in this game and bowl
Hmm.
like that. It was just a sensational spell, but didn't get the reward for it. Faiz, what about Suyash Sharma, man? In the beginning, you didn't like the
Oh,
look of him, but he picked
I
up
didn't
three
like the
wickets
look of
also.
him. Yeah, I thought अरे क्या तो भी डाल दे रहा है, और उन्हें पिटा पिटा, उसके बाद उन्हें अपने को खामोश बिठा दिया, जो गर्दन ऊपर करके अब्दुल खादर की
Yeah.
जमाने की चीजें याद दिला दिया उन्हें. He has this 90s look with, he has the headband on and the long hair going. Something special about it is, and something unorthodox, right? You don't get to see that kind of action every day, but he pitched it in the right areas. अब वो run rate was getting a little bit overburdening. Did that come into a play? वो बाद में मालूम होगा. But for today, if I'm going to be very honest, he was very crucial. He did get 3 wickets as well. So yeah, his temperament is good according to his coach. So let's see what this guy has in store
Yeah, that gives them
for going
another
forward.
option, another variety. And you know, if you're going to go to the Chepauk or you're going to go to stadiums, as this
Mhm.
tournament progresses, you'll see the pitches wear and tear, and they'll have
Yeah.
three options now, man. That's incredible for them, yeah, right? Spin options. Hey, if they
Now,
can keep their players fit, then they have good chances.
one question I have is like, why did Harshal Patel come so up the order? I didn't understand that point.
I asked you the same thing when he did come out. At that time, I think
Yeah.
I did not understand why he came as
ये
well.
कहीं
They
को करे,
tried
अश्विन
something
ऊपर आ
different.
जा रहा, हर्षल पटेल ऊपर आ जा रहा, इन्हें ऊपर
लोग
आ जा.
भाई दिनेश कार्तिक को एज अ फिनिशर रखना चाह रहे हैं। शाहबाज अहमद है, उसको तो भी
पर
प्रमोट कर
जब
सकते थे, उन्हें भी
इतने
नहीं
रन
चला।
से
आई
आप,
डोंट नो।
जब इतने रन आपको बनाने का है, तो फिनिशर का तो पॉइंट अभी है भी नहीं. लाइक फिनिशर
Bro,
का
you know
कोई
what? If you really wanted to do that, you had David Willie. उन्हें
रियली.
actually उसको experience है बैट बैटिंग एट नंबर 4। अगर आप 100 देख लो
या.
उसके टीम के लिए, Willie comes at number 4 and he bats. So he has experience. So if you want to do something different, if you want a pinch hitter or you want to surprise the opposition, send him. At least उसको experience है। हर्षल पटेल ना जान ना पहचान बैट के साथ आके मार दे रहा है। ठीक है, like I understand he has some contribution with RCB with the bat, but he is not proven. They wanted to do a Shardul Thakur, but where did Shardul Thakur came? He came in his position only, maybe a bit earlier than normally where he'll bat, but that was his position in the team. He wasn't going to come after, right? So they try to copy that kind of technique and they thought it'll work, or that kind of strategy, and it completely fell on their backs, man. It didn't work out. I didn't understand Harshal Patel क्यों आया इतना जल्दी बैटिंग करने.
या 100% कुछ सही नहीं जा रहा अभी उन लोगों के लिए. अभी तो आई मीन दे स्टिल हैव अ गुड बॉलर इन डेविड विली व्हिच इज अ रिप्लेसमेंट फॉर हिज टॉप, सो नॉट मच टू थिंक ओवर देयर. मे बी गेट इन अ
डेथ
लोमरो.
बॉलिंग, मैन. अविनाश
या.
को लेके आओ, किसी को लेके आओ. डेथ बॉलिंग का क्या करेंगे भाई? They
अविनाश
have
को तो
to
ट्राई
figure it
करना
out.
पड़ेगा,
And
दे
middle
नीड टू.
order, आपका डेथ बैटिंग भी प्रॉब्लम है भाई. So middle order भी बैटिंग प्रॉब्लम है. I think there's a lot of problems in this team, and like we mentioned, they're too reliant on foreign batters and too reliant on Indian bowlers. Where is the balance is not there for them right now. RCB के लिए Eden Gardens ज्यादा अच्छा venue नहीं है. हाँ बिल्कुल, even though they won last time, it was a close game though. Do you feel teams have figured out Harshal Patel? He's getting too predictable. Absolutely, his stock ball is becoming the slower ball. It needs to be the opposite. So slow ball needs to be the variation, but he's just
या.
bowling slower balls and getting deposited. And I thought he would come back because he has experience. He's played in the IPL, he's played for India also, but right now he's getting talked all over the ground.
Yeah, talked over the ground, even Tim Southey, man. Like I'm telling you, this guy is done. I think he also got tonked in 1 over. I think he got 20 odd runs smashed again. He didn't look that exciting when he came on to bowl. I think they need to change something about maybe
But that
David
there,
needs to
it's a
Jason
forced
Royce.
move. There's no Ferguson,
Yeah,
right? It's a
yeah.
forced move. Like so, and Indian bowlers with experience nahi hai unke paas, so they have to do
Mm,
that. But they're still managing. यहाँ पे that's the thing. Like with KKR, you can't really do much. When Ferguson comes back, Sadi will sit out. At least they won the
yeah,
game still, so that will give
yeah.
them confidence. And if you have spinners like that, oh man, incredible. Yes, it will be a problem when the game does go deep. And for example, if RCB were 180 for 6 or something, and they needed 20 of like 7 deliveries, 8 deliveries, then they would be tested. Would Sadi be able to? He didn't need to complete his quota. If he needs to complete his quota, maybe और पिटता था उन्हें. But I'm still okay with it because he's the second option. He's not the main primary option.
Yeah, that makes sense now. I forgot about Ferguson because he's been so far. For RCB, maybe Banindu will be coming back on the 10th, is what Bungar said during his talk. He said we are going to wait for him, but also he spoke about someone else. I didn't hear that name. On 17th, he'll be back or something. Or maybe it was Vanundu that he was talking about. I'm not sure. But Abhi, they need a Hasaranga, they need a fast bowler as well. कहाँ से लेके आएंगे? Avinash has to be
Hazelwood
tested, I
is
think.
ruled out, or Hazelwood is coming
अभी
back?
के लिए तो he's ruled out. No, injury तो है. I think he won't even come back, man. अगर सही भी हो गया तो I think WTC के लिए कुछ तो भी उन्हें होशियारी करके उन्हें नहीं आने वाला है
Hmm.
शायद.
Yeah, Hasaranga will add to the spin, but like still, I think maybe with the bat he can contribute towards the end and strengthen their batting in terms of batting depth. But still, man, it's not going to be. It's going to be a tough season for them. That's what I felt. Although they had a really good win against Mumbai, but Mumbai have their own problems. But yeah, man, I think
With this
Shardul
spin
Thakur,
combo,
by the way, was traded. He was brought in, so I
but
think
in yeah,
what a signing you can say now, man. He's won them the game. He's wo
homecoming.
trade has worked out for KKR. I think it's
Yeah.
worked out for KKR. It was a good move. I mean, in hindsight, you'll say it's a good move, but he's paid the price. I think with that performance today, unbelievable, man. To take your team out of a situation like that where you're about to lose the game and to play an inning like that, then contribute with the ball, outstanding for Shardul Thakur.
Yeah, even Gurbaz, man. I think Gurbaz had a lot of chances as well. I mean, chances guy was not able to pick the line. He took his sweet time, but he managed to at least get a 57 on the board and
वेरी
kept
इंपॉर्टेंट वेरी
taking. Yeah,
इंपॉर्टेंट
very
बिकॉज
important.
दूसरे लोग आउट होते रहते हैं उन्हें फिर भी ठीक है थोड़े प्लेन मिसेस थे थोड़ा सा डॉट बॉल्स कंज्यूम कर रहा था बट ही वाज गेटिंग द बाउंड्रीज एंड
Boundaries.
you saw when he was going for the wild swing and he missed the ball then he would do
Yeah,
a depth touch between point and
touch.
third man and find the boundary or find like four. That's what he
Yeah.
would do. So he
Hmm.
has that touch game as well. It's not about slam bang all the time. It was smart batting from Gurbaz and very
Ah,
important innings in the context of the game. Sanjay says Hazelwood
17th.
will join. Okay, so
Yeah,
he's
because
the
I
guy
didn't
you're
hear
talking about.
वो नाम नहीं सुना था मैं मेरे को सिर्फ 17th और कौन आ 10th का एक बोला था 17 like फिर 17 के time I didn't hear it. So thanks Latu bhai for letting us know. And Josh Hazelwood is going to be a very important factor for this team right now. He's coming back from injury. How he's doing? Is he hitting his length? Is he hitting his line? I think the discipline from the RCB in terms of the line and length also has been very disappointing. They're not hitting it. No control on their bowling. Karan Sharma looked very good. I don't know why he didn't finish his quota. He was almost on a hat trick. You should finish ideally one more over to that kind of player who's in that form. You had Shabaz Ahmed who just gave 6 runs. I don't know why you played Akash Deep again, who got smashed in the first over. You gave him another over. So it's just bad decisions. I don't know. Considering Faf as a captain and his experience in this format and in this tournament, Faf से ज़रा better उम्मीद है.
And this is always a problem, whether it's Kohli, Faf, or everything. This is all a problem. They do make bad decisions. And maybe that's why, because they don't have some of the quality that they need. Maybe that could be it. And also, decision making is a problem. You have to blame the captain at times, of course, 100%. But yeah, man, RCB like they don't solve their problems. And of course, now it's going to be even more difficult because of injuries and everything. But death bowling, they haven't addressed this issue for the last 20 years, man, or whatever, 16 years. They have to
Hmm.
do something about it.
Yeah,
RCB.
I'm just waiting for Avinash Singh. I want to see this guy bowl. I think that it's the perfect time because the problem that they're having. I mean, he might be very wayward. He might be a very big gamble, but there's the people in that locker room right now are not even helping you out. I guess just go with a gamble, take out a Akash Deep, get in an Avinash Singh. And yeah, I mean, Glenn Maxwell really had to pull himself up. I think Glenn Maxwell is someone that I'm disappointed with. Dinesh Karthik, again, another experienced guy. He should be ideally there. Even if you can't play a finisher role, you need to give 30, 20 runs to the team. Bracewell was upgraded. What you said in the preview, you said, if you want to be extra risky, you can go for a Bracewell. Didn't turn up. So I think a lot is still riding on Virat and Faf. Virat and Faf need to, shoulder, not only shoulder, but also need to क्या बोलते हैं, distribute the responsibility. Everybody needs to know that they are equally responsible.
आप बैटिंग ऑर्डर देख लो भाई उसमें ग्लेन मैक्सवेल इज अ नंबर 4 बैट्समैन ठीक है विराट कोहली एंड फाफर ओपनिंग ब्रेसवेल इज अ लोअर ऑर्डर बैट्समैन हर्षल पटेल इज अ लोअर ऑर्डर बैट्समैन शाहबाज अहमद इज अ लोअर ऑर्डर बैट्समैन दिनेश कार्तिक इज अ लोअर ऑर्डर बैट्समैन where is your middle order? Where is your middle order batsman? Where's your number 3? You don't have a number 3 in this. You don't have a number 5 in this. I think 6 से शुरू होती बैटिंग मगर नंबर 6 आपका 3 खेल रहा आपका नंबर 8 6 खेल रहा वैसा हो रहा everybody is getting promoted up the order तो they don't have thing and I understand पाटीदार नहीं है तो मुश्किल हो रही उन लोगों को ये कमी छुपाने के लिए but yeah that is the problem right now. Hazelwood, Faf, Hasaranga, Topley, Maxwell, Bracewell who will sit out? Bracewell will sit out I think. Topley is already sitting out. He is out and I think that's it. Yeah, these two will sit, and then they'll go Maxwell, Hasaranga, Faf, and Hazelwood as your 4.
Yeah, Finn Allen का तो मुश्किल दिख रहा unless like Faf fails another 2-3 matches. Maybe Faf is one of those I can see who can sit himself out or
How will
Maxwell
he
sit
sit
out.
himself out, man? He will never. He's
Or
the
Maxwell
captain.
sit himself. Or Maxwell will sit out
No,
because
you can't. Option ही नहीं है.
big,
It's
but
very
like
difficult.
yeah,
Unless Virat
because
Kohli says मैं कप्तानी ले लूंगा फिर अलग बात है but I don't think वैसा होगा. Faf will not sit out because of his captaincy and he had a good innings last game as well. He got to good start today, so I don't think he needs to sit out. Maxwell, the thing is, yeah, he might fail and everything, but because of his talent, his ability, knowing what he can provide, it's difficult to sit him out. It's
But you'll need to
difficult.
take a gamble at some point, no? If this keep going on and just being in that
But
array,
it's
what
yeah,
if?
but they did win already. It's still 1-1. So I
Yeah, I mean, I'm
think
not. I'm
you
saying
don't need
going
to take a
down the
gamble
line.
now.
Yeah,
You
going down
can't
the line.
afford that gamble now. You can't sit out Maxwell and Faf in the next three games for sure. 3-4. There's no. I don't think there's any scope unless they're injured. It's going to be a big risk if they do that, which I don't see them doing.
Hmm. But
Player
yeah,
of
I
the
mean,
match.
Shardul, man, Shardul Thakur. I think with the
Yeah, me
bat,
too.
even with the ball, Shardul Thakur. I mean, if you want to be a little bit extra and say कि भाई उन्हें 200 मारा लेकिन इन्हें पूरों को साफ करा वरुण को बोल सकते, but you wouldn't have got to that score, man. Shardul Thakur, 68 of like 29 deliveries. That's something else.
Yeah, I think me too, man. I go Shardul Thakur, and then if you had a second man of the match, then you would go to Varun
Varun
Chakravarti.
Chakravarti.
But yeah, man, the KKR are showing ki, bhai, these guys can turn the ball. These guys will make it difficult for you.
And
Diorendo,
that's what's
Nairendo.
scaring me, man. If they, I don't know if they're going to come to the Rajiv Gandhi or stuff, but if they do, it's going to be scary.
We're
And
going there next Friday.
we're
Eden
going there.
Gardens,
Yeah.
yeah, Sunrisers are going to the Eden Gardens next Friday, I think. Finn Allen should transfer to other team where then he found a top order batsman. Yeah,
Are
I
you
mean,
are you hinting at Sunrisers at any chance?
no, I mean, yeah, like it could be like someone like a Finn Allen won't be used and he could be used better in another franchise. But ये भाई इन लोग के problem तो चलते जाएंगे ये मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा solution unless again individual brilliance. And look, we said the same thing about KKR. They need individual brilliance. Anything. One thing we saw, which is a positive, is that they do have players, whether it's batting or bowling, who can win matches for them, and they're extraordinary T20 players. So you can't
Hmm.
count them out. Again, top four is very difficult for KKR, but you can't count them out in games. उन लोग आके किसी को भी मार सकते. They
मार
have
सकते
that
हैं.
kind of team.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah.
surprised next game they lose. Don't be surprised, but they will have times where they will shock you, they will destroy you, and that's what RCB had to face today.
Imagine that Punjab. No, it's been far fetched talking about that Punjab game. If it continued and Shardul went on a hitting streak like this, you never know.
He started from there only. Like you could see
Yeah.
from there that thoda bahut glimpses here, but today he took it to another level. He showed what he is capable of,
Yeah.
and it was fantastic, man. जो बल्ला उठा के दे रहा था उन्हें, oh ho, जबरदस्त, man. It
Yeah.
was brilliant.
Next
He was
level.
clearing the boundary with ease, Shardul Thakur.
Hmm.
Yeah, very very brave innings. First tomorrow we have Sunrisers Lucknow, so we will do the preview hopefully right before the game around 5:30 India time. A lot to discuss: kebabs versus biryani
Biryani.
versus Halim versus chai versus this. It's the battle of the Nawabs. Is Markham is back. He will be facing KL Rahul at the toss, and yeah, the Lucknow team is looking very good. It's going to be a tough game for Sunrisers, but we're hoping that
Kyle, man. Kyle.
how yeah, we're hoping how KKR turned things around, how
Yeah.
Chennai turned things around. We're hoping the Sunrise also turned things around, but it's going to be very difficult. This Kyle Myers, Mark Wood, there is so many options. Ravi Bishnoi over there, it's going to be a bit tough. I'm not hurt by RCB defeat, but by the heavy margin of defeat, RCB will be scared to play GTL. Yeah, definitely. And losing by heavy margin, we can tell you also as Sunrisers fans, it's never pretty. It's always more difficult. And there's going to be a time, even if you flip this around, if you flip this around and you win games, then there might be a time where you're fighting for fourth and net run rate comes into play. We've seen it many times in the past in the IPL, and these kind of victories can have a problem.
Yeah,
केवल बहुत मारेगा.
मैं आपको बहुत मारूंगा अगर केएल मारा नहीं I'm going to screenshot this and then if this doesn't come true then Punter every 2 seconds I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp this exact comment.
I'm worried
But
about that team.
I mean
man.
I'm
Lucknow
worried
stuff.
exactly. I'm also worried. I'm just like obviously we're trying to hide our emotional stuff. But Mark Wood, Kyle Mayers, KL Rahul to nahi bolunga at this point. You never know. I mean he is definitely he can catch up form anytime. You never know. But that is one solid and flexible thing. Stoinis है Stoinis अगर form पकड़ लिया आपने against you never know. It's just going to be something else. But I'm happy with one thing that Hyderabad has a 1 week of break. They're back in it. Boys are in the camp. Markram, Harry Brook, all of these guys are camaraderie चल रही, सब लड़पना चल रहा, मस्खरापना चल रहा. So yeah, शाही टुकड़ा चलेगा, double का मिठा चलेगा. It's going to be exciting. And I feel like right now I'm going to tell you that Sunrisers is going to win. Not because I'm just a fan, but also because I'm a fan. But I just feel it in my heart that Sunrisers
I don't
are.
think there's any time you're gonna tell me Sunrise is gonna lose anyway. But yeah, I think Sunrise is gonna win.
like today you said अरे उन्हें वरुण और सुनील नारायण out कर देने वाले आज पूरों को and then like we got certain predictions right like विराट कोहली चलते चलते एकदम से out हो जाएगा mystery spinner. So I mean it this is one of those that bold predictions that I'm going to make saying that Sunrisers is probably going to win tomorrow. Hopefully, inshallah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, man. Reading helps, bro. I was reading a lot of articles and everything, and I found out I was looking at stats, and I saw that Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, Maxwell struggle against Narayan. Virat Kohli has a strike rate of 102. I think Faf has a strike rate of 80 and Maxwell 103, and they've got dismissed by him a few times. And that matchup completely worked. Nitish Rana is also reading the stats, and unbelievable
Yeah.
captaincy today, man. The
I
way
think
he
Nitish
came
is
turning
following you.
around. Huh?
I think Nitish is following this
not
channel.
me. I like it's not. I did, but like जो उन्हें change करा because 40 पे 4 ओवर में 40 थे शायद I think RCB and
Yeah.
अच्छा start था उनके लिए. They were on track for the chase, but
Yeah.
man, that captaincy was something else. I really like that. Shout out to Nitish Rama. Emotional damage. Markram century tomorrow. That's what we're talking about. Umran versus Prithvi Shaw is also an interesting battle, but we still have to wait for that battle. But yeah, it'll be SRH. No chance. We always got a chance, bro. ऐसा ना को बोलो. There's no Shane McMahon around here. लखनऊ की बिरयानी अच्छी है या हैदराबाद की?
हैदराबाद any day and every day. आप पोस्टर भी देख लो. It'll be kebabs from Lucknow and biryani is always from Hyderabad.
Yeah, मैं कभी खाया नहीं लखनऊ की बिरयानी. I heard is good, but I also heard that Lucknow is more famous for kebabs, and Hyderabad is more famous for biryani. And Hyderabad is crazy halim that I can vouch for. It is halim. And look, I'm not.
अभी ये पॉड के बाद जा रहे हैं कैसे भी.
Yeah, and like you guys know, I'm not like I wasn't born in Hyderabad. I think it's just my dad supports Sunrise. I have to support Sunrises, bro. So like that's it, bro. It's simple as that. And I'll tell you honestly, the halim is amazing here, man.
रशीद को मौका मिलेगा.
Nicholas Puran MC just invited me, man. Nicholas Puran मारने वाला है भाई.
Nicholas Puran मैं वही बोला. Nicholas Puran है, KL Rahul है और
he's a bad boy, bro. Nicholas. Bring him back.
Quinton won't play tomorrow. Right?
Quinton will not play tomorrow. He could, but then they have to drop someone. He could, but you have to drop someone. But Nicholas Puran, man, he बदला लेने वाला है उन्हें. राशिद को मौका, आदिल रशीद को मौका मिलेगा क्या? स्पिन तो हेल्प मिलती है लखनऊ में. I think मिलना चाहिए उसको. I'll be surprised if they go with Marco Jansen instead of Adil Rashid. I think they need to play Adil Rashid in Lucknow. He'll give you that turning thing unless they go Markande and play Jansen. Former risers always play against us, and Nikki P, Martha, Kal, MC Singh. That's a good shout. More captains will now bring spinners in power play, bowling second. It was a smart move. He looked at not just he looked at the pitch, he looked at the batters, opposition, everything. He took into play and he changed the whole game, man. It was a brilliant move. लखनऊ को लखनऊ में हराना मुश्किल है, नहीं नामुमकिन है, देखेंगे भाई. गज्जू भाई सपोर्ट करते शायद लखनऊ को, याद है मेरे को, तो देखेंगे कल. मुश्किल तो है. This is going to be a way tough. We have got 2 tough games, man, at the start. पर संडे को थोड़ा सा इजी है. सीधा हैरी ब्रुक तो बॉल ब्रैम्पटन पहुंचाएगा. ब्रैम्पटन द विच ब्रैम्पटन मुंडे पकड़ के फिर वापस फेंकेंगे हैदराबाद को. I'm gonna get cut up. I'm gonna get cut up. I'm gonna get clipped, mate. But yeah, man, we have 2 tough games. Even if we lose tomorrow, it's okay. Then we got some easy wins after. So trust in the process. Trust in Mikel Arteta. Trust in Markram. Trust in Brian Lara. Trust in the Orange Army. But yeah, guys, so let's wrap it up. Your final thoughts on today? It was a fabulous Shadul Taka.
Never underestimate the power of a common man. That's what Shah Rukh Khan's dialogue was in Chennai कौन सी movie थी? Chennai Express. So don't underestimate KKR. They can come out of anywhere, and we've seen that today. If Shardul becomes like this permanent hitter, man, he is going for the World Cup for me then.
Yeah. और किंग हो सकता है, मैजेस्टी हो सकता है, मगर एक ही बादशाह है ब्रो. बाहर से बैठ के क्या जबरदस्त सपोर्ट. अनबिलीवेबल. शाहरुख खान, man, it's very difficult to beat him on his home ground.
Corbo.
Yes, sir. But yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining us. We will catch you tomorrow for the preview Sunrise versus Lucknow, and hopefully it'll be a good game. Join us there. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the show today. It was a great game, especially for KKR and KKR fans. Congratulations to them. And until tomorrow, take care, guys. Have a good night. Thank you, Fez. Take care.